My name's Hutch, I'm a gaming sex icon. Before I get into the comment that I'm going to reply to at the front of this video, I want to throw a plug out there for a Q&A video that I did with my girlfriend. Posted it on Sunday. I think it's adorable. I think you guys are going to dig it. Check it out. This is a good comment. Gamer Daniel, you said on the last chess video, Hutch playing chess with Tal is like the scrawny kid acting tough with his big bro by his side. To be honest, that's exactly how I feel, except when I play chess in those tournaments that I play with him, I do not feel tough at all. I don't expect to win any of them. I also want to throw it out there that I took some of your feedback as far as Tal outright giving me the answers. Like, for example, I just did a live stream today with Tal where I specifically requested before we started that he doesn't just give me the answers outright, that he does a better job of kind of guiding me to find the best move. And another thing I want to say is that, like, when people spectate chess, it's so much easier to spot the correct move when you're not in the game. There's a term in chess called kibitzing, where it's when you're standing over someone while they're playing chess with someone else and you're just giving them unsolicited advice. Don't be that guy. Don't kibitz. Nobody likes that. If you played chess as often as I do, I promise you, I think you would probably make around the same amount of mistakes that I do, unless you're studying the game like every day. I'm really glad that so many of you dig this series and that so many of you keep coming back to watch it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
YouTuber.
Let's go.
Was, yeah, quite experienced, let's say.
Well, let's punish him.
he's-
Let's punish him for berserking here.
Yeah, he always berserks.
He's gonna let
And
me
it's
do it.
funny, I have to tell some story about my last encounter with him. I was playing.
We're playing the
yeah.
Tsunami 2 times in one day.
Yeah.
I feel incredible about this. All right.
So,
Sorry,
oh,
go ahead.
Sure. Don't rush. So we go the same way. Okay, let's deal the opening because he's playing so quickly in the opening. I'll tell the story in a moment.
All right.
Okay, so now the normal way is to defend from the pin while developing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
Then
yep.
you want to castle next, and normally he has no threat. If he takes, you take with the C pawn.
Yep.
Yeah. And now he's threatening your pawn on E4, as you can probably see.
This is why the Tsunami sucks. I don't know why I keep playing it.
Okay, but now you have a nice way to defend it. So
If I push?
I don't want to tell you the move. No, pushing actually theoretically is a good move, but it's extremely complicated. I won't go into the theory, even though I know it.
All right.
I don't want him to complain that he was basically playing against me,
Okay.
which will be the case if I will play E5.
All right.
So let's go with the positional move. I won't tell you exactly what it is, but you can like provoke something that will help you defend the pawn.
H6.
Do you mean H3?
Yes.
Yeah, so you attack the bish, and if he takes, then you get a pair of bishops while defending.
All right.
So this is the main theoretical option, yeah, and C4 is the correct theoretical move, as far as I know.
So
And now normally what white does is to develop his bishop to the center. And
on E3.
yes.
All right.
And the normal move is something like rook to E1. Yeah, and after we get away from the theory and well, I don't know if I should just imply the moves because it's becoming very complicated. But let's see. I'll challenge myself to let's say be educational about it.
All right.
So okay, so now he wants to go knight c5 and then to put it on d3, and it's going to be a little bit annoying.
Yes.
And you don't want to give up your bishop for this knight.
No.
So probably a good way to deal with it is to attack the pawn on c4 somehow. Yeah. You don't want to go queen a4 because then he takes and takes your pawn on e4. So you have to attack the pawn on c4 in some other way.
With the bish or with the queen?
You want to go forward if possible, yeah?
All right, I'm gonna do this. It's probably not right. I'm sorry, Tal.
It's good, it's good.
That's it? That's the one?
Yeah, that's the one. If
Okay.
you went queen d4, he would have had knight g4. It's not, yeah, so this is good. Yeah, now again, he has a threat. I'll just tell you the threat, and you can respond. Okay.
Okay.
His threat is to go b4, as far as I understand.
Yes, yes.
So you want to respond, like prevent it somehow.
Yes.
Okay. He's probably gonna go rook c8. So he's very, very fast in the opening, and he's quite a good player,
Yep, yep.
as you can probably tell. So I'll quickly tell the story. I played under the same format with an international master friend by the name of Asaf Givon, and we streamed it. Exactly the same thing like we have today. And then we beat him, and he complained on Reddit about us playing together to beat him. So yeah, we might want to be careful.
Who did? You and me?
No, me and an international master friend, we did a stream like a year before or something. I even talked to you. So yeah, he has a threat. Bishop takes knight on c3. We probably want to develop the rook while protecting from his threat, yeah?
I sure do.
Yes. Okay, now he's threatening knight d3, which is definitely going to be good for him.
Uncomfortable.
So, okay, my logical move to deal with it is probably going to be rook to move forward to c2 to avoid the threat. He's attacking the rook. Once again, we have to handle it, but actually he has some tactics, some annoying tactics on the way. He wants to play knight takes b2 on the next move and take with the bishop on c3. So you have to move the rook to defend from this threat.
I see.
There's another option, but it's not so good. Okay, we have to do it. We have to move the rook and defend. Black has a great position because we didn't play the most accurate moves in the opening. But we are going to struggle for survival. Let's defend the b2 pawn, if possible. Now if he takes, then we can double the rook. So he reacted nicely. And, well, now, again, it becomes very sharp. I wish it were a little bit more positional, but okay, yeah.
And then rook
now you have to move the rook. Exactly. Okay. He doesn't have a big threat that I can see, except for knight takes b2 probably.
This is why you don't take. This is why you don't play the tsunami.
Some way to deal with it. It's not easy even for me to come up with a move, so I don't know.
Yeah, we're definitely cramped here.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Well, I want to go with the queen somewhere to deal with it, but I'm not sure where.
Well,
okay, let me offer a move. Queen to f1, see what happens. I don't know if it's good. Just, yeah, okay. Now my idea was to go rook a1, which he might have missed, I don't know. Rook a1, because a7 is hanging, yeah?
Yep.
Now, you will probably move the queen all the way back to d8. Because if queen c7, we had the tempo on a7. Okay, now it becomes extremely complex. Okay, I'm thinking about some form of a sacrifice. I think rook takes a7 is a decent move. Just activating the rook. Yeah, I apologize about telling you moves like this, but it's so dynamic and we have no time.
Yeah, you'd have to have a lot more time to explain all the variations here. Should I just take that and take some of this tension off, or what?
Yeah, but we have to do something. Yeah, take the rook. I mean, his position is still okay, very good.
What about bishop to e2?
Well, it's very dynamic. We have to find a precise move. I think my suggestion is rook e2. And Well, apologies to Mr. King Crusher. I'll just suggest moves in this point. We cannot afford to lose on time. Okay?
Yeah.
If,
Okay.
so let's take the pawn f5.
On f5. All right.
Yeah. Okay. We want to be active if possible. So
How do we get rid of these knights, man? These knights are annoying.
that's true. We cannot. Let's just go g4 and see what happens. G4, pawn g4. Try to play for activity.
Going nuts. Getting nuts with it.
Okay. Yeah. King to h2, say something like this. I want to go get some activity somehow.
You want to open up? You want to? Should I just take this and open up the file?
I'm
gonna do it.
No. It's okay. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's fine. It's just so hard to play like under these time conditions.
I need
when
these. Oh, there he goes.
So then, okay, let's go bishop e4 with tempo on his queen.
Yep.
Okay, rook to g2.
Yep.
I'm threatening bishop g6 to trap his queen almost, but okay, it's not fully trapping it. So, okay.
Why don't I just take that bish, or take that?
No, don't.
Or not take the bish.
I think bishop g6 is okay. Bishop g6, forcing queen h4.
Rook up.
Okay, he has no threat for the moment. So maybe queen f3. Just no, don't do it. Yeah, rook up. Okay, the move you offered is good. It's so complicated, and other than offering moves, I don't know what I can do.
All right.
Okay, queen to g1. Let's see what we can do. We're probably gonna lose on time anyway, so let's hope he will take it as in a friendly manner, because he's playing in our tournament.
Yeah.
So
I want to push that pawn to f5, right? Seems like a good spot.
Bishop d4 is one of the ideas. Another one is bishop f5 to e6. So, okay, he's attacking your bishop. Let's put it on b6 for the moment. Bishop e3 to b6. Because the knight is covering d4.
Oh,
okay, he's threatening knight f3 check.
Yes.
Let's go bishop back to e4 to defend.
E4, all right.
Bishop e4. Knight takes e4 pre-move, because he might sacrifice the queen to exchange.
All right.
Okay. This is a very funky game.
Listen,
it seems like he's joining a tournament.
I feel like
trying to win. Yeah.
I feel like I am playing incredibly well this game.
Yeah, I'm not feeling. It doesn't feel right, but I don't like it when people join just to win the tournament when it's supposed to be educational. But okay, I guess this is the point of tournaments. So okay, he has no real threat that I can see. I mean, knight f4 kind of is, but
I'm just gonna do something. I did it.
Okay, yeah, you allowed queen f4 check.
Crap.
But I mean, it's not lost yet, but it's kind of risky. Okay, I'll offer moves faster now. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, rook. No, wait. Okay, let's go bishop d4 and see what happens. Bishop d4.
Okay.
All the way back.
All right.
And see what happens next. I'm not sure if it's good, but it looks like we have some threats. If he takes with the queen on f4, sorry, we should go probably king h1. Okay, bishop takes g7, check. No, okay, it's fine. He's gonna take with the queen. Yeah, you have to take with the rook. Knight f3 check. King h1. Yeah, now. Yeah, exactly. And rook g6 next. Rook g6. Yes. king g2 if he gives a check. If
Oh.
okay, take on h6 and on d6 pre-move. Okay, rook c6. That's what happens. Sorry about this.
I feel dirty too, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but okay. Knight e4.
Right.
Okay, the situation in itself is okay. So maybe give a check on c7. Another check on c6 if he lets you, or on c8. Okay, c6 check. Back to c7 if he goes up. Yes, back to c7. Okay, knight f6. Yeah, knight h7 check, pre-move. We don't have time. Knight h7 check. I'll tell you pre-moves, generally speaking.
Okay.
Knight h7. Yeah, d6 pre-move. Rook e7. I think should be a good pre-move. Okay, depends on what he does. Okay, if he moves the knight f6.
Oh.
Yeah, knight f6. Sorry. Okay, rook. Please go rook f2, and then you have to move the knight. Okay. Oh, it's threading mate. Rook d7 check. We're probably lost. Yeah, rook c7.
Oh, that's it.
And yeah. Okay, I'm gonna compliment our beloved opponent in this game and apologize for what just happened. But I mean, the other option was to just resign. Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
we didn't want to do that.
I mean, the show must go on in some form.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was challenged in this game, and I honestly feel like he properly managed to beat me. So congrats. And
I think you mean beat us, Tal. I think you mean.
Yeah, but I know it's us, but I just want like if he happens to listen to this stream, I want him to know that I'm aware that I made a lot of moves on my own, and I feel like he played well. So anyway,
that's good. I like to see the rivalry between the talented players.
Yeah. I just it's funny that no matter what the conditions are, losing is painful. And
oh yeah, not fun. I hate it. All right.
Yeah. So okay, now we can do exactly what we did in the previous game, and now we want to fianchetto the bishop.
Yep.
On this game, I'm going to go back to the educational mode.
You already helped me with this line. I didn't know what the right move sequence was for this line, so that's one thing I learned today.
Yeah, actually, in this particular move order, we could have played knight a5 and get rid of his bishop, and he prevented it, so good move on his part. Yeah, now we want to fianchetto the other bishop, normally speaking.
The double fianchetto, look at us.
Yeah.
We're just going nuts today, huh?
So I'm seeing on the chat that our opponent from the previous game just can't stop laughing on his own stream, and I feel like he is like trying to this is his like small revenge for having lost to us.
Oh no!
Previously.
Well, you gotta give him this victory. He earned it. He earned it.
Yeah, he earned it fair and square, and yeah. And now.
Fianchetto, right?
I feel like I brought my own rivalry to your
I love it. Yeah, bring more.
Yeah.
I want more rivalries. I want to be your conduit here.
I'm using like your stream to settle the score with people.
Oh no. What have you brought me into? The dark chess underworld.
Yeah. Well, I have to admit it was fun. So being challenged is always nice. So now he wants bishop h6.
Yeah,
you can avoid it.
I see that. How do I avoid that?
You can avoid it with tempo.
I can avoid it with tempo. I can avoid it with tempo.
So you can do something.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see.
Yeah, nice.
Okay.
So.
And we still want a castle on this side, right? Or do we have to?
We don't have to, but we kind of want to. So normally they go bishop h4 to keep the pin. And then the typical way to play is before you castle to go g5 and put the knight on h5. And then like you have a nice space advantage on the king side.
Yes. I missed that because I was listening to someone in the...
So I said g5 and knight h5 is the follow-up if he goes bishop h4. And this is a typical idea. When you didn't castle yet, it's usually even stronger. Okay, so...
Queen or bishop here? Queen or bishop?
It's always a good question, and I actually never know the answer.
I'm going to do this.
This feels natural because you develop the queen. So the only thing is that after knight c3, he wants to hit your queen with knight d5. So you have to cope. You have to cope with it. I think you can probably move backwards to defend from it.
Backwards with the knight, you mean?
Yeah.
And then activate my light squared bish.
Yeah.
So he's looking to castle over there, huh?
So probably you want to prevent knight d5 because it's basically his only idea.
Knight to d5.
How can you prevent it in the most effective way? Nice. So now the only thing you have to beware is that he doesn't trap your queen because it's a little bit short of squares.
Yes. I could, yeah, that would be unfortunate.
So in a way, okay, the next move is either castling long or short. I don't know if you remember, but I mentioned in the previous streams at some point that one of the advanced features like of like playing chess on a high level is to be flexible with the castling.
Yeah.
So
I remember you talking about that the last game, yeah.
Yeah, it's not so easy to understand. So you need to see a few examples. So I'm glad we have this position. So our opponent, I don't know how to phrase it. Let's call him Jamie D. He is
Jamie,
yeah. Jamie D. He knows this thing as well. This is why he's thinking. He wants to find a useful waiting move without castling. So he wants to be sneaky. And we also kind of prefer to wait for him before we choose where to castle.
What if I throw? Well, okay. So in that case, I was thinking just to throw the pawn up to c5. Just start marching on that side.
So it's possible, but then if you castle long, then you're going to be a little bit exposed. So I'm not too sure which useful waiting move to offer. Maybe g5 followed by knight g6 at some point, like generally speaking. But if he castles, okay, now it's easy because you know what's his threat, right?
Yeah. He wants to fuck me up over there.
Yes. So you can prevent it. Like, what move are you thinking about?
Well,
to prevent his idea?
Offering the exchange of queens?
It's possible, but you want to move like forward. I want to be flexible to keep the queens for the moment.
So queen to h4?
You don't have to move the queen. He wants knight g4. You can just prevent this idea.
I see. We'll do it like that.
Exactly.
Right.
So you see, we didn't have this idea a move ago, but he kind of helped us by shining light on this square.
I also like bishop to g6 next. Or,
exactly.
I'm sorry, or h6. Ooh! Ooh!
Yes.
Ooh!
So you see, had you castled short, it wouldn't be possible right now.
God damn, you're good, Tal. This looks pretty resignable to me.
Resignable is a nice word. Yes. Blunderful.
Wonderful. Yes. Wonderful move.
Yeah. The guy from the previous game is still laughing.
Oh, you hate that we lost that, huh? I can tell. You hate it.
No, I'm just seeing it in my chat. Like people are mentioning it. Okay, I honestly watched his stream like a few years ago when I wasn't that strong, and he's good. He's good. So I hate losing. That's true.
Yes, I could tell.
Guilty as charged. It's funny.
All right, we're gonna go.
It never changes. Yes, go regularly.
So it was this first. That's what you told me to do last time.
Yes.
And now I can do d5, right? That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm gonna do it.
There's no reason to avoid it. if he takes, you take with a pawn normally. But now you want to develop the bish.
Yep, we're gonna do it.
Let's be solid.
Let's do it right there. Let's do it right there.
You could, also on b4 it's possible, but then it becomes extremely, sharp.
Yeah, I thought about that, and then I decided against it.
That's good. So it's better to play solid if you don't know all the theory by heart.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and castle there. Then we got c5 coming up next, maybe.
We don't have to, because in this case he didn't get his bishop out. You see, his bishop is not outside of the pawn chain, so you can afford to just
be in Keto. Be in Keto.
Exactly.
All right. Okay. All right.
So take it slowly, like bishop b7, knight bd7, and then slowly c5, and you aim to take back with the knight if possible.
All right, we can do that.
Normally, in these kind of structures, when they capture on d5 or c5, you want to take back with pieces to avoid isolated pawns. So you go bishop b7, knight bd7, c5, and then take back with pieces if possible. And as I mentioned, the one who releases the tension is usually giving up something.
Yeah.
And I could talk about this particular principle for probably like 10 minutes straight. It's like, it reminds me of life somehow. This becomes very philosophical quite quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, knight bd7.
Yep.
So releasing the tension in general, it's like demands a lot of responsibility. So c5 is the the next move.
Okay.
And so it looks quite symmetrical from where I'm sitting. Now he doesn't have a big threat. I mean, he wants to go a5, but I'm not scared. So I guess we can just keep playing in the center.
Yeah, we're gonna keep playing our game.
Yeah, the only difference is like his knight is on c3 and yours is on d7, and I feel like it doesn't make a whole lot of a difference. Okay, so normally you can release the tension, but as I said, I prefer to develop. So what is a logical? Nice. So many times they develop the queen first, but the rook it was the right call.
So now I should take with the knight, right?
Yes. So I mean, taking with the pawn is possible, but it just complicates the game.
I got a tempo with this one. Oh no, I don't. I'm attacking his b3 pawn, but his queen is protecting it over there.
Yeah, but you did get a tempo from another perspective. You brought your knight closer to the center with tempo. So he wasted the move with the pawn, and you invested it in the knight. Okay, now he has only one idea, right?
His idea is just to attack that pawn, so I'm just going to push him off.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Ask him politely where he wants to go.
Yes. We're polite. We're polite around here on these chess streams.
And okay, there are two options: either developing the queen next, or the knight from f6 to e4 followed by bishop f6. Both feel quite nice.
Yeah, I like my position here. It's looking pretty even, but I like these kind of games where there's tension in the middle, where it's not really clear where it's going to turn up. That's like the most fun I have with chess.
How do you evaluate this position, by the way?
How do I evaluate it?
Like, I'll give you three options. Okay, now it's easier, but
interesting. Yeah, so I think I'm doing better here.
You want to take with the piece. Yep. Yes. But the move ago, would you say? Okay, first let's focus.
I can develop with tempo. Yeah. Okay. So do I want to?
Why am I even here?
Do I want to go to e7 or do I want to go to d6? Probably e7, so I can maybe swing my rook over on the d file.
I'm done.
Oh my God, we're doing so much better. All right, and then boom, continue with the plan.
Yeah.
I honestly wouldn't have thought in that way before these lessons, so I am getting something out of this. And I am on kind of a winning streak on chess.com. I got my 1300 rating back, which is exciting.
Nice.
and honestly, the games haven't been too hard. When I play 10-minute now instead of 5-minute. Yeah, and I really take my time looking at. I take more time now than I did before asking myself those important questions. and making those patient waiting moves. And I've just been playing a lot better. All right.
Sounds good. Sounds really good.
What's wrong with knight e4 here, just to kind of get him to an active spot?
Well, that's a good follow-up, normally speaking. But did you ask yourself if he has a threat?
I did not.
So ask yourself, and after you realize he doesn't, then you can do knight e4.
All right. Does he have a threat? No. Let's go. It's time to party.
Yeah.
See, him taking the pawn would be bad, right?
Yeah. I feel like this is like a charity stream to raise awareness to prophylaxis.
Yeah, we like our position here. This is good.
That's nice. So normally he does. Okay, after he goes queen b2, he might be threatening b4 to kind of grab space with tempo on your bishop on c5. So do you have an idea, an antidote to b4?
I sure do, Tal, and that's a5.
Yeah, exactly. Grabbing space to prevent him from grabbing space. 2 squares with 1 pawn.
What's wrong with the audio, you guys? What happened?
Actually, hitting 2 squares with 1 pawn.
Yes. Yes. In my opinion as a professional Twitch viewer, I believe that Hutch will learn more if a GM listens to my teaching suggestions about chess instead of using his own. Audio's good. All right, that's good. If anybody subscribed or donated, I'll get to it right after this game. I can get to it now. 1 second. Oh, I had you muted for a second there.
Okay, I'll repeat in a moment.
Okay.
Let's first handle the situation. What is he threatening?
He's threatening to push that pawn still.
Yes.
So we're gonna do that.
He played them exactly.
All right.
So I have some friends who are around 2200 FIDE, and they told me they watched some of our previous streams and they actually learned quite a bit from them. So
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of people. The YouTube comments for the videos have been really, really positive.
Yeah,
they're digging the series. Yeah, and every time we stream this, about 1,000 people show up every time, so that's cool.
That's nice. So what is he threatening?
So he likes that spot on b5. But I can stop that by going knight to d6.
Don't want to go backwards because knight b5 is not really hitting anything.
Okay. So so he's not really.
So yeah, he's not threatening much. That's true.
What if I pin his knight? What if I move my queen to f6 there?
That's a great idea, but just on a more educational note, let's make a window for the king.
Just in case?
Yeah, h6 is normally the right way to do it. You don't want to open up the diagonal.
That seems unnecessary to me here. Why do?
Yeah, I'm aware of it. It's probably not the best move for like objectively, but it's always a good move. It's not bad if he has no threat. It's one of those useful waiting moves. I consider it part of the opening development. So sooner or later he's gonna have to do it as well. Okay, so now he followed up with the plan.
Yeah.
That is not threatening anything.
Okay.
So does he have a threat?
No.
Correct. Which piece doesn't work?
Of mine of mine or his?
Of yours. I mean, which piece can you improve?
Well, I'd like to improve my light squared bish.
Yes. So the right way to do it is kind of funny because they said a lot of things about not releasing the tension.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But after you spend so many moves improving your position, then it's about time to open up the center. So
we're going to capture. We're not going to push, right?
Yes, we're going to capture. And the reason is that you have the pair of bishops and an open position favors the one with the bishops.
Yeah.
And now there is a very nice follow-up that I want you to find. So you see both of your bishops are like looking nicely at the diagonal.
Yeah.
So you want to open up the diagonal for your bishop on b7. So there is a nice attacking move that you can do. I want you to say it out loud before playing, because there are many options that look tempting. But this particular move, I think, is extremely powerful if you see the nuances behind it.
Are you talking about knight to
So-
d6?
You're exchanging the wrong piece. He has one piece in the defense, and you have like two bishops, a knight, and a queen looking at the king side. So you like from the attack point of view, you want to exchange his only defender.
So his. Oh, okay. So you. Oh. Oh. Wait, I don't know. So are you talking about moving the knight up to like d2 eventually or something?
Unfortunately, it's not working because he will take and then you lose a piece.
You're talking about
I mean, it looks
knight to g5?
yes, that's a very strong move, and I mean, it looks like it's bad because you move backwards in the middle of the attack. But the reason it's so strong is because you have 4 pieces against his king, and he has 1 defender. After you will exchange them, you have 3 against an almost bare king, and the rooks can also come quite quickly from the 5th rank, let's say.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of potential for attack. So if he takes after queen g5, it's already looking
Oh yeah,
extremely
that's
bad.
I see. Okay, all right, okay.
And by the way, if he moves, the knight h3 check is almost mating. Because if he takes, queen g5 could be mate.
Oh yeah, that would be devastating.
Okay, but now it's not anymore. But again, he's already compromising. He's willing to open up his king. You're not forced to do it immediately. I'm gonna offer you a move that's like, okay, so here's the idea. You have 2 options, either to keep the bishops or to capture twice and open his king.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you prefer? The simpler one?
No, I think I prefer to keep my bish.
Okay.
I want to keep the attack going.
Let's bring the rook up, but be careful. The rook from d8. How can you integrate it in the attack?
D5.
Correct.
All right.
And okay, it might not be the best move, but from practical point of view, it's very inconvenient for him because okay, the next move is probably rook to f5 or something, and or some knight h3 check related ideas. But the principle is all the same. You're bringing pieces to the game. So now I would probably double the rooks.
All right. Okay. All right.
Double the rooks, double the fun.
Yes.
Yeah, rook takes, and then okay, wants to trade.
I don't want to trade.
Well, I think it's possible to trade. I mean, there is no reason not to. So, for example, knight takes knight, and then rook takes rook. You still have the pair of bishops, so you avoid the exchange in a way. So
all right, I'm gonna check. Yep.
Yeah, and then rook takes rook, and you're basically like the problem with this sequence is that he would have traded the bishop, but now he cannot. Exactly, this is the point.
Yes.
And now it's extremely difficult for him to parry the threat because if the f pawn moves, for example, to f3, then e3 is hanging.
Yeah.
And if the g pawn moves, then queen d5 is deadly.
Now I see why you suggested that I push h6 before, because I guess I don't really realize how quickly these files open up and how dangerous it is to have a king with no breathing room.
It's a matter of experience. I mean, like a friend of mine told me a nice saying about it. But first, do you know what's your next move?
I do.
Yeah, I think it's game over now. You're attacking the bishop. You want queen g2 mate.
Yep.
But you see, when you have the right strategy, the tactics just flow naturally. You don't even have to see everything in advance. You can see one move at a time.
Yeah.
As long as you have the right principles. And that's related to a saying that a friend of mine used to tell me when I was younger, much before I was a grandmaster. He's saying, whenever a grandmaster plays h3 or h6 against you, it's time to resign.
Why is I like the joke. What? So why explain that to me though?
Well, it's hard to explain just logically, but the basic idea is that when he is playing such a waiting move, it means he's already got you and he's like saw everything.
Yeah, okay.
Like it's like a superstition, yeah. Or the same saying applies with like when a grandmaster plays what? Okay.
He's just
Yeah. So he's saying like when a grandmaster plays king h8 or king h1, it's time to resign. Same idea. And I want to say another
his most famous quote from what I remember.
Mm-hmm. And I really love it.
Yeah, it's a good quote. Bobby Fischer used to say something really similar, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure like if any of this happened, so it doesn't matter which world champion you talk about when telling the story, but the point is really nice that if okay, let's be careful a bit.
So now queen
Okay.
to e7, right?
Yeah. To e7, yeah?
Queen to e7, right? Right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, normally speaking, you take with the d pawn, not with the b pawn. So you have queen d4, but that's a matter of theory.
Okay.
I don't think it's that important at this point. We don't want to focus on the opening too much.
All right, and this is going to be the last game because it looks like the tournament's closing in about 50 seconds here.
Yeah, but the game will still
right. Yeah.
continue.
We'll finish this game out though.
How many points do we have? Do you see?
How many points? Well, the rating says 2104, and it says we're number 21.
Okay. So here the follow-up is to
push a pawn, right?
Yeah. So
which
pawn?
This pawn.
Correct. I like the way you're testing if it's correct or not.
So now do I just take this pawn with tempo, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, and you have the pair of bishops, so even though we didn't play the most precise move, it feels good.
I want to get off the same file as this.
Well, but unfortunately, it's going to get a lot of tempi on the queen. So probably we should go bishop f5 to at least threaten queen c2. Because otherwise he goes knight c3 with tempo and it's going to be annoying.
All right, okay.
And in fact, even if he goes c3, then queen c2 is a good move to exchange queens. Because the bishop pair is good in the end game, and otherwise he will develop with tempi and we might be in trouble.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Okay.
Yes.
So so he castles, and I'm just gonna develop, or should I just take that? He gave it to me.
I think you should take it, but not in order to win a pawn, but in order to avoid getting into trouble with the queen. It's like you're running away from the e-file with tempo.
Okay.
I mean, it would have been a good move even if there was no pawn there.
I need to be careful here.
Yeah, that's true, but I feel fine. So he's attacking your bish. Probably you want to put it on d5. This is a good square for it, yeah?
On d5?
Mm-hmm. Blocking his isolated pawn and defending c6.
I don't understand. d5?
Okay, not immediately. Like, I'm talking about a maneuver.
Oh, okay.
I was a little bit ambiguous.
So we'll do it like that.
Mm-hmm. Wow, this tournament attracted a lot of strong players. I'm quite proud of our reputation here.
Yes, yes. We're becoming quite the duo, Tal. Quite the duo.
I mean, in a few streams, I'm gonna be the one who's making the moves, and you're gonna be the one hinting me.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. One thing at a time.
No, like if it becomes too strong, maybe like all the top players will join, and then it's like.
All right, so.
Okay, now you want to develop. Although, I mean, the queens are off the board. You can put the king in the center as long as you avoid any tricks.
All right, we're gonna do it like this.
It's possible. Even more flexible was probably king d7, and I think it's still generally a good move.
Yeah. Let me develop my knight here first. Oh, he dropped a pawn over there. Not even. Well, I guess yeah. That's why king d7 is important, right? To protect that pawn.
Yeah. Some pawns are better kept untaken.
Yes. Monkey c check, monkey take check kind of thing.
Yeah.
But monkey c pawn. Monkey
yeah.
All right, we'll do it like that.
We prefer to develop. We are pawn up. We have the pair of bishops. There is no reason to do anything out of the ordinary. Just put. Okay, first of all,
I like this one. I like this right here.
Okay, you already have this killer instinct of grabbing the bish, yeah.
Yes.
But
I want that bish
it's not a
gone.
big threat. It's not a big threat because then you can take with the pawn, and it's a little bit annoying. So I mean, it's not a bad move. It's just that it would be easier for us if we were to just bring the rooks to the open files. Okay, but there is a famous saying: if you say A, then you might as well say B.
Yeah, okay.
So I mean, it's not a bad move. Obviously, it's not bad. So okay, now you can probably you have two options. Yeah, this is like the more dynamic one. I like it more. So you're attacking his rook.
And we can maintain the pin right there.
Okay, so probably bishop backwards, yeah, while maintaining the pin is a good idea.
And attacking that pawn.
Yeah, it's a good move. I thought about h6 to be a little bit more annoying for him, but I like your move better because it's like more centralized. My bishop h6 move was maybe a little bit more sneaky to try to trick him, but bishop f6, you don't care about tricks. You want to play the best moves to bring the pieces to the center. Next move, the rook to e8, double the rooks, and take it from there.
Yep.
I mean, the position is objectively
winning. Thank you
winning.
for subscribing,
all you
guys.
have to do is like to keep improving it like gradually without missing any of his threats. So again, he's defending. He has no threats. Keep the plan like of.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah. And by the way, you don't have to double the rooks. Another nice idea is to go a5 followed by a4.
Really?
Because the rook is already on a8, so you might as well activate it.
Oh, I see.
Okay, now he wants to grab your bishop. I prefer to prevent it. So probably a good way is to put it forward. There's only
that's
one
what
square.
that's what I was looking at. I had your voice in my head saying go forward.
And then you had it in your ears.
I never thought about chess like that. Like that idea of always wanting to move forward. I never really thought about that. All right.
And that being said, now it's time to go backwards to avoid the trade.
This is okay, right? Because we're gonna push the pawn and then.
Yeah. But you just have to be very alert to his coming moves. Even bishop e7 was fine. Not too sure.
I can boot him off that. I can push f5.
That's true. That's a good move. Okay, but now again, his only threat is to take on e4, and I mean there's no reason. It's possible, but g6 was a better square because now he has a double attack, so you have to give up the bishop. So you have to play something like g6 or bishop f6 to protect the pawn. Probably bishop f6 is the most active. And then, okay, you gave up one bishop, it's okay. But I would prefer bishop g6 earlier.
It breaks my heart. But we still have a bishop versus a knight in the end.
Yeah, it's still better, but two bishops versus two knights is just more fun. Okay, now we have to defend. Probably the rook on a8 is the one that doesn't have much work at the moment. So the piece that's less active is like the one to defend. And now, okay, you have two options. This is one of them. Yes.
That was the one I liked.
Yeah, the more active one. The other one was a prophylactic move, like c6 or even c5.
No time for prophylaxis. We got to fight.
Oh, I wish you didn't say it.
What about that?
Why am I even here? Yeah, so if rook back to c3, you can go c5 now. Yeah.
Go to c5 now? Oh, I see.
Yeah, there's a pin, so you can go c5 with the pawn.
Did it.
This is like the best defense is attacking, right?
Yes.
So
and we're moving forward. How about that?
Exactly. And your threat is bishop takes d4, obviously, and then take with the rook. And the rook endgame will be very winning. 2 pawns are more than enough.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're already up a pawn now.
Yeah, usually 2 pawns are the threshold between a drawish and a winning rook endgame. So you can just take it. I don't see.
Wow, triple pawns here.
No. Take with the bish and then with the rook. You don't wanna.
Oh, okay.
Ruin the structure. This file, the C file, has to remain closed.
All right.
Rook takes d4, and well, now it's just a matter of technique. So we just have to keep up with his threats. So, is he threatening anything?
No.
Okay, so let's bring our king maybe closer to the center, or it's also fine. Let's bring the kings to the center. King c6 is the let's call it the good square to put it.
But then if he pushes the oh no, that doesn't work.
Yeah, and by the way, the next move is a5 to avoid such ideas.
Yes.
To avoid his b4 related ideas. You can ignore what he's doing on the king
One
side.
could call that prophylaxis. One could call
Yeah,
that prophylaxis.
exactly. And by the way, now his pawns are kind of loose, but you don't want to exploit it yet. So probably a good positional move is g5 to fix his pawns on the king side. And then maybe h6 next, just to stabilize the position. And he's finding it very difficult to improve his position. You don't have to beat him. You just have to keep improving. He will do the rest.
Okay. See, that's where my chess struggles the most. Just I want to get it done like quick, you know.
Yes. Remember the saying from the previous game? You get h6, it's time to resign.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, he's threatening b4, so don't get h6 quite yet. But you can move the king and prevent b4. Yeah. So nice. And you move to the most active square. And now you can't even ruin your pawn structure with b4.
No, we're feeling good right now.
Yeah, you're not threatening anything, but again, h6 is a good follow-up. Then maybe rook e5 and f5 slowly. And then maybe f4, you just want to grab space. There is a principle in chess that's mostly relevant to endgames. It's called the principle of two weaknesses. Okay, now h6 once again. And no threats. Rook e5 and f5 very slowly. Rook e5, no threats. I don't see any ideas for him. So you see, we just want to improve. Okay, now he is kind of doing something. He wants to open up the H file.
What if I...
Probably a good idea is just to go rook to d1, yeah, to activate your rook.
All right.
And if he opens the H file, I don't think there is any reason to be afraid. And well, you have different ideas now. One of them being d4. I mean, you have a passed pawn. I guess it's a good idea to push it.
Yeah, yeah. I read that in a book somewhere. I read that. In a book
I was having too much fun. I forgot. Like, it's better to win faster rather than slower. But there's like, it was too fun to keep improving it slowly. And there was no harm, by the way. There is a famous or not so famous saying. Boris Gelfand said it in his book, one of the best players in the world, who also happens to be Israeli like me. Okay, H takes, of course. So his saying was like, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to win, as long as you guarantee the win. Okay, so rook h2. You can give a check just to like check on g1 to see where the king goes, because it will definitely not be good for him. And now you can go with tempo to attack one of his pieces. Do you see?
Rook to a1.
Exactly. Tempo on the pawn.
All right. Okay.
And if he well, I don't think he has a convenient way to defend. And if he moves a4 check, king d4 is perfectly safe.
Yeah.
But you have to be extremely careful just in case. Okay, so take note. Okay, so he has no threat. You can actually exchange a pair of rooks.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
That's the easiest way. And now, again, no need to rush. You can go d4 slowly and keep improving. Maybe next move is like f6. You don't even have to force anything. Just stabilize your position. Your 2 pawns up. f6.
Yep. And then how about?
Yeah, now you can just trade everything and don't see. Yeah.
He's donezo.
Yeah, but you see, like, he was doing the rest for you, because all you have to do is improve. So you can just capture, I guess, and there's nothing left.
Nah, he's done.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
There it
nice
is.
Game. Yes.
New tournament.
Yeah.
All right, we came in 22nd.
Yes, good job. And yeah, I feel like today I was a little bit less disciplined.
No. Just for that one game. Just for that one game.
Yeah, I took it too personally.